It has been over 80 years since the US mainland was last directly attacked. Enemies constantly threaten, but no one dares to actually act. Why? The simple answer most people think of is money. The US spends nearly $1 trillion a year on defense, more than the next 10 countries combined. But money isn't everything. If you think the US is strong just because they have a lot of guns, you are dead wrong. The real terror lies in the massive, well-oiled machine operating behind the scenes. Today, let us peel back the layers of truth. What would actually happen if a country was foolish enough to declare war on the United States? There is a famous saying in military circles: amateurs talk strategy, professionals talk logistics. This is America's true superpower. While other powers take weeks or even months to move a single division to their border, the US can deploy troops to anywhere on Earth in under 18 hours. They own the second largest transport air fleet in the world, second only to the US Air Force itself. Mid-air refueling capabilities allow US jets to fly straight from Missouri to the Middle East without ever touching the ground. When the US goes to war, they don't just bring soldiers. They bring an entire mobile city, food, fuel, field hospitals, and ammunition that never runs out. Once boots hit the ground, the enemy faces the moving wall. Let's talk about the M1 Abrams. It's not just a tank. It's a 70-ton fortress moving at the speed of a car. It is built to survive direct hits that would vaporize other vehicles. But even scarier than the tanks is the artillery. The M109 Paladin, or the infamous HIMARS system, don't need to see you to destroy you. With GPS satellite support, the US Army can drop a shell through your specific window from tens of kilometers away. The US Army doesn't fight fair. They fight to overwhelm. If a country thinks they can contest the skies with the US, that's not bravery, that's suicide. The United States possesses the two largest air forces in the world. Number one is the US Air Force, and number two is the US Navy's Air Force. But numbers mean nothing compared to quality. The F-22 Raptor was born to dominate air combat, killing enemies before they even see it on radar. Meanwhile, the F-35 isn't just a jet. It's a flying data center, sharing enemy locations with the entire military. And the real nightmare? The B-2 Spirit, and soon the B-21 Raider. These stealth ghosts can take off from the US, drop bombs on any coordinate, and return home for dinner, while the enemy's air defense systems won't even know what just happened. The US Navy doesn't protect coastlines. It controls oceans. The US operates 11 carrier strike groups. Each single group packs more firepower than the entire military of a medium-sized nation. When a US carrier shows up off a coast, the message is clear: we are here. And you cannot ignore us, but the biggest threat is what you can't see. Ohio-class nuclear submarines sit silently at the bottom of the deep sea for months. One single submarine carries enough nuclear warheads to erase an entire chain of major cities. You cannot negotiate with something you cannot find. Geography used to be a shield for nations, but for the US, distance is meaningless. With a network of over 750 military bases in 80 countries, the US military has effectively surrounded the globe. Add to that the Tomahawk cruise missiles and intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. They are guided by the GPS system, which the US military owns and operates. While an opponent is struggling to find the US on a map, US satellites are already counting the number of trucks in their courtyard. Modern warfare has changed, and the US is leading that change with its legion of drones. Assassins like the MQ-9 Reaper don't need sleep, they don't know fear, and they never get tired. They can loiter above a target for 24 hours straight, waiting for the perfect moment to strike with a Hellfire missile. The most terrifying part? The operator is sitting safely in an air-conditioned room in Nevada, halfway around the world from the battlefield. The US can inflict maximum damage with zero risk to human life. Machines can break, but humans adapt. The biggest difference in the US military lies in its people, specifically the non-commissioned officers, NCOs. While armies in many other countries have to wait for orders from top generals to fire, a US sergeant has the authority to make decisions right on the battlefield to gain the advantage. And we can't forget the Special Forces, Navy SEALs, Delta Force. Their training is designed to break the will of the weak. They aren't just physically strong. They are masters of psychological warfare and asymmetric combat. The scariest part of an iceberg is the part underwater. What we see on TV: Abrams tanks, F-22 jets, that is technology from the 90s and 2000s. The US black budget for weapons research is a massive mystery. high-energy lasers, hypersonic missiles, space weapons, and cyber warfare capabilities that can shut down a nation's power grid with just lines of code. While a country is researching how to fight America's current weapons, the US has already finished developing the next generation to neutralize them. In summary, going to war with the United States isn't like a fistfight. It's like stepping into a cage match with an opponent who has a gun, a knife, a drone, sees you in the dark, and can call an entire fleet for backup. That is why peace remains the best option. What do you think about this military power? Will any country be able to challenge the US in the future? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to uncover more military secrets.